Hello and welcome. This is Jan Rognerud with FB Ads Traffic, and I'm going to go through a client case study today, number 29 for Facebook ads. And let me break this down by outlining the problem this client had. No predictable lead gen, no real digital strategy, no clear focus on direction, no monetization strategies. And this is interesting because organically, this brand was doing quite well, but they had no additional strategies. So I want to tell you what happened here during this short, brief video with you. But first, who am I? Well, you can search me online, but I am a Facebook ads strategist. I'm a digital agency founder and author. I'm found out in prominent placements on Huffington Post, New York Times, Search Engine Journal, Entrepreneur Magazine. I've written 3 books on optimization for the web, specifically around Google, and I help business owners generate more traffic and leads and revenue from paid media to sell more products, create revenue, knowledge, and expertise to authentically transform their client results. And we have a number of clients across industries in both B2B and B2C, from real estate to technology, education, and the coach, consultant, expert industry. So feel free to look me up online. But let's get back to it. This is about you here. I want to share these strategies that we came up with for this particular brand. And they are in the health and wellness and educational niche. And so what we wanted to do is improve on that brand reach. They had a lot of this already. We really wanted to take the paid strategy to the next level by improving their shares, likes, and comments. And of course, with the recent events with the Facebook organic pages news from Facebook, this is a smart strategy to add and really educate through a paid strategy. So we designed a new sales funnel and we created a free offer for an ebook with upsell strategies. We wanted to scale the successful ads, pause the low performance, and continue that A/B testing. A/B testing is very, very important for ads and landing pages, as you'll see. Now, what we did is we came up with a video view campaign, and there's different campaigns that you can set up inside Facebook. Video views campaigns can be very, very beneficial to a brand, and certainly if you combine it with other campaigns as well, which we did, a WC campaign, which is a website conversion campaign with that native video that we pulled to put that in there. Now, we also wanted to do this because later, as you'll see, we can do a retargeting strategy to present ads for the ones who watched at least 75% of that video. So what we did is we created assets to get a 3-step funnel going. And that means that we had a clean landing page. We created that traditional headline, sub 3 bullets, picture, name, email, very low friction, A/B ad creatives for the particular ads, but really focusing on ad congruency and your message to that landing page needs to have a cohesiveness to it, right? We took that native video, as I mentioned. We added a strong headline, attention grabber, and we pushed it out to the landing page, as I said, with a strong call to action to get that ebook. On the thank you page, we also had a very low-end upsell strategy, and we started at $20 a day. So here are the results from that video view campaign. We got 117,063 impressions in just 10 days, and 3,423 new shares, which is amazing. The conversion campaign, we started that actually a little bit after that, but we got 52 downloads. This was our goal, right? We wanted to get that ebook out there in the hands of the users at 95 cents cost per results. Now, the video conversion retargeting campaign, which we kicked off shortly after that, got an amazing 161 downloads in 7 days at 15 cents per download. So you can see the difference between the, close to $1 cost per result versus 15 cents based on just retargeting strategies and video usage. Very, very powerful. These strategies work like crazy. And all of this is for naught if you don't generate revenue. So what happened is the brand developed new high-ticket sales at $19.97, so an additional $23,964 into the business. And as I said, we have an attentive audience. When we look at the 75% of this very short video, short videos can work great. Again, different strategies for different brands here. worked great in this example. And we added a personalized ad copy. This was not generic. This is sort of speaking, instead of from a logo, speaking to the face of that brand. And we pushed it out there with the get the ebook for free concept with the PAS copywriting. And I'll show you more about that later. But there's a special copywriting strategy that you can use for that. Now, here is why I wrote simple, simple, simple 3 times. We need a low friction email capture. Now, it converted at 18%, 18.5% actually, which is not that great, but out the gate it's fine, especially when you consider the numbers here. Now, what we want to do next, so you can see how we think about developing these campaigns going forward, because nothing is stale in this environment, is we want to test placement. So, you know, desktop versus mobile, what's pulling better? What did the stats tell us? Let's start breaking this out, right? Get smart about how we not only assign assets and budgets, but also how we actually detect patterns and behaviors based on placements. And that includes age groups. That includes testing more ads, different call to actions, you know, static images or videos, you know, what's pulling better here. And of course, as I said, A/B testing, very key. That applies to ads, but also landing pages. And we at least want to improve that 18% to at least 30% for conversion on the landing page. And time of day parameters testing is another sort of angle that we can look at as well. Now, we don't necessarily do these all at one time, but you can see how we think about these things and where we can address concerns. So another thing we did here is we started thinking about how can we build this out? Well, we know that retargeting is a strong, creates strong momentum because it's a warm audience. Some would say that it's a hot audience. We can use CRM data to further sort of embellish on this. We want to consider perhaps getting into a little more educational at the front end of the funnel to create what we call pre-sale pages, content pages that ultimately we want to build out this webinar system so that training actually is there through webinars to get them to sign up for the workshop event. And these can also be related offers, of course, but this falls in the 3 to 10K range, a higher ticket. And we do complete automation of webinars and email sequences through Infusionsoft and ActiveCampaign. ActiveCampaign is a strong contender right now. We do a lot of work with that in the integration across platforms. But essentially, this is where we are thinking of going, and the client is on board with it. And of course, tracking it further with the Facebook Pixel to make sure that we're seasoning that and educating the Facebook algo. And of course, looking to capture more warm audiences through traffic, but also through lookalike audiences, and getting that to $300 per day. But really, this is just a number, right? You have to consider all KPIs before you actually just move it to that level. So how do you do this? And this is just very brief video here, but I have to pause for a second because so many people come to me and to us and ask about, you know, should I click this button? Should I, how much money should I add? You know, it's very tactical over on the right-hand side here. You see the gray box, delivery. That's where most spend their time. And so it's very tactical, in the weeds. And you've seen the picture of the classic iceberg, right? You see the top of the iceberg, and then it's everything underneath. With the stuff that happens underneath is 80% of the magic. And this is message, market, and offer. And this is where you need to spend most of your time to develop those strategies rather than just going into Facebook. That's why so many Facebook ads fail. You know, you may have failed. You may have had other consultants helping you, and you're dealing with this delivery concept. Now, all of this together is what creates the magic, but not each one independently, right? It's got to be all tied together. That's where the expertise, the knowledge, and the experience comes in to pull this into a cohesive campaign system and process, so that you know how you can not only build this out, but also, very importantly, how you track each one of these components. So if you want to transform your business, take a look at moving this to the next level. I think we can definitely help. If you'd like to get started, big old red button here, click here, which means you are going to be signing up with an email, and we're going to confirm that. And we're going to set up a call with you for about 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And it's going to educate you, walk you through our blueprint, our process, and see if it's a match. So either way, no pressure. We like to educate and train, so at least you'll learn something. And it's been my pleasure to put together this video for you today. And have a great day, evening, or night. Jan out.